Scarlett Johansson returned to the Comic-Con stage to officially announce that Black Widow is getting her own standalone movie, and the cast includes Oscar winner Rachel Weisz. Now, one of the great things about today was the announcement of this, and also Jane Foster Thor. You know, we're seeing the women really taking the lead right now. How do you feel being at the forefront of that?
It feels pretty good, I gotta say. I mean, it's definitely, the film that we're making, Black Widow, currently, with Kate Shortland directing it, and Florence Pugh and Rachel Weisz and our incredible cast, feels like this kind of culmination of 10 years of Marvel, and it's like everything's sort of caught up, and now we're making I feel like Marvel has matured, as kind of have we all, and now we're finally able to make female-driven superhero films for grown-ups.
I play Melina, and she has been cycled through the Red Room Black Widow training program 5 times, the same place that Black Widow, Scarlett's character, has been trained. So she's quite a seasoned spy and assassin, and she's also involved in some quite complicated scientific research, which is at the heart of the film story, which I can't tell you about.
This looks to be like one of the grittiest, most action-packed Marvel movies since maybe Winter Soldier. How much do you get to get into the action?
I have a fair share of action. Yeah.
Very
I want to see Rachel,
I have a fair share of action.
Okay, I'll say it right now, spoiler alert.
Wait, what? You're saying spoiler alert?
Yes. Turn your sound off right now if you don't want to be spoiled about Avengers Endgame. Because I'm confused about this.
Okay, go for it.
Black Widow died in Endgame. So what is this movie exactly?
No, I can tell.
Oh, if you haven't seen it yet, it's the biggest moneymaker ever now. If you haven't seen it yet. Okay, well, Scarlett.
You don't want me to address it?
No,
let's let her say it.
I know you have a lot to say, but might as well get Scarlett Johansson to say something.
Yeah, okay.
So she addressed it kind of on GMA this morning.
I would have been happy to end it at Endgame and walk away. It felt like, I was proud of the work that we have all done together, and that the only reason to do this standalone would be to elevate the genre in some way.
Is this considered a prequel? Is this considered a resurrection? Or is this a comeback?
It's a revelation, I guess,
Okay.
of sorts. Take that however it comes out.
That's the perfect word.
Black Widow, a revelation. No, I don't want it to say that at all. People are like, oh my God, that's so stuffy. Let me put you on hold. Actually get to all the questions you may have had about this mysterious character and who she is, where she comes from, what are the secrets of the past that haunt her.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of speculation as to, when this film actually takes place, but a big clue, and I think I can say this, is that it talks about Budapest. And if you know the movies, they do allude to the Budapest mission quite a bit.
Okay.
So it should take place somewhere in between, and certainly before Infinity War.
In between what? Remember?
Somewhere in the in-between. I don't know exactly. I'm not in the meetings,
I thought it was just Black Widow died and everyone forgot to give her a funeral. Not only that, they established they could have saved her via time travel, but didn't. Joyce says she will come back to life. Marcel says a clone, possibly? But I guess you've explained it. Mimi says very surprised, especially after the Endgame movie. I thought it was the end of the Marvel series. Joyce says this is a good time for Black Widow since female superheroes have already been proven multiple times at the box office. Faye says, I feel like Black Widow is a little out of place for the forwardness of Phase 4. Really interested to see what they do with it. Yeah, that's the only thing is it would have been really interesting to have this Black Widow movie come before, Infinity War. Now that we know what happened to her in Endgame, I think it would have had more impact if we knew even more about her, about her past. So yeah, it just feels like a little bit odd. It feels like an afterthought in a way. Because people have been asking for a Black Widow movie for so long.
Time, yes.
And definitely Marvel was resistant to have a female-led movie.
You're saying you're afraid it's going to be a case of too little, too late kind of thing?
Yeah, it just seems like in the timeline of things, we're kind of done. We said goodbye to her and all of a sudden, wait, hold on, we're going to do this backstory to her now.
For me, it's like the proof is in the pudding, let's say that. So if the movie turns out to be awesome, I always hold up Winter Soldier as the example of their sort of perfect action spy movie. But if they can do it even better in this one, then why not? And it tells a story that has been hinted at for a few years now.
I'm definitely interested to see it. Yeah, I think it's going to be great. It's just a matter of the timing just seems off to me. They seem late on this.
Like every Marvel movie, though, you can expect that it will set up things for the future. So even if Scarlett maybe doesn't come back because she actually is gone after Endgame, there's a lot of opportunity with the characters that have been announced for this film for them to continue.
Right.
Just like we don't know anything about say what the Eternals are or who Shang-Chi is, which we're going to talk about in a minute. We don't know anything about these characters that they've announced. I mean, as far as the movies go.
Right.
But they can play a big part in what's moving forward. So
I guess just thought too, it could almost be like a Rogue One kind of thing. Like that was like we just learned a little bit more,
and
even though we know what the
amazing.
end of that is. We learned a little bit more. That was a great movie. So
the end.
I have no doubt this is going to be good.
The end of Black Widow will be Darth Vader coming in and just like tearing it up, and people will go wild.